The human body is not made up of human cells alone. Inside the digestive tract, on the skin, in the mouth, and throughout many other surfaces of the body lives an enormous community of microorganisms. Together, these communities form the microbiome. The largest and most studied microbiome lives inside the gut. It contains many different species of bacteria and other microorganisms living together within the digestive environment. These organisms are not simply passengers. They interact with the food we eat, the cells lining the bowel, and the chemical environment around them. They help break down material that our own digestive enzymes cannot fully process. One of their most important jobs happens when they ferment certain types of plant fibre. This produces compounds called short-chain fatty acids. These compounds can be used by cells within the colon and help influence the condition of the bowel environment. So when we feed ourselves, we are also changing the environment in which our microorganisms live. Different foods encourage different populations. A diet based heavily on refined and processed foods creates one kind of terrain. A diet containing fresh fruit, vegetables, and a wide variety of plant fibres creates another. This is why I do not like describing bacteria simply as good or bad. Microorganisms respond to conditions. Change the conditions and the population can change with them. The microbiome is constantly adapting. Food is one influence, medication is another. Antibiotics can dramatically alter bacterial populations because they do not only affect one selected organism. Stress can also influence the gut environment. When someone is under continual pressure, digestion may speed up, slow down, or become irregular. Changes in bowel movement, digestive secretions, and food choices then alter the conditions in which microorganisms are living. Sleep matters too. The digestive system follows daily rhythms just like the rest of the body. Poor sleep can change appetite, food choices, and the way the nervous system communicates with the bowel. Again, everything is connected. The microbiome also interacts with the nervous system. The gut sends enormous amounts of information towards the brain. Microorganisms produce substances that can influence the local gut environment, and some of those changes can affect signaling between the digestive tract and the nervous system. This is part of what people call the gut-brain connection. But the microbiome should not be turned into another isolated system that gets blamed for every symptom. Bloating, constipation, diarrhea, gas, abdominal discomfort, and changes in stool can all involve the microbiome, but they can also have many other causes. The more useful question is, what kind of environment have we created inside the digestive tract? If food is poorly digested before it reaches the colon, microorganisms receive more material to ferment. That can increase gas and pressure. If bowel movement is slow, material remains in the colon longer. If the diet contains little natural fibre, the microorganisms that depend on that fibre receive less of what supports them. The condition of the colon therefore influences the microbiome, and the microbiome influences the condition of the colon. Neither exists separately. The appendix may also play a role. Research suggests that it may provide a protected space where some microorganisms can remain sheltered during disturbances within the wider bowel. This could help explain why the appendix is positioned exactly where the small intestine meets the colon. The body is organized around relationships. The microbiome is another example. Supporting it does not require becoming obsessed with probiotic products. A capsule contains a limited number of organisms. The digestive environment contains an enormous and changing ecosystem. The conditions matter more than simply adding one or two strains. Fresh plant foods provide fibre and natural water. Simple meals reduce the amount of poorly digested material reaching the colon. Regular bowel movement prevents material remaining stagnant for long periods. Natural movement supports digestion. Sleep helps regulate the nervous system and appetite. Reducing unnecessary processed food, alcohol, and constant snacking lowers the digestive burden. This does not mean fermented foods or probiotics can never be useful. It means they should not distract us from the environment in which the microorganisms must actually live. If the terrain remains poor, simply adding more bacteria does not solve the reason the imbalance developed. From the natural body intelligence perspective, microorganisms are part of the body's internal ecology. They respond to what is available. When the conditions change, the community changes. This is why the microbiome can look very different from one person to another. It also changes within the same person across time. Diet, travel, stress, medication, sleep, age, illness. All of these can alter the environment. The goal is not to create one supposedly perfect microbiome. There probably is no single perfect arrangement for everyone. The goal is to support diversity, regular digestion, and a stable environment in which the body and its microorganisms can coexist. Persistent blood in the stool, unexplained weight loss, severe abdominal pain, prolonged diarrhea, or a major continuing change in bowel habits should not simply be blamed on the microbiome. They need proper investigation. The microbiome is not something living separately from you. It is part of the environment you create every day. Change the food, change the rhythm, change the stress, change the movement, and you change the conditions in which this entire living community exists. The microbiome reminds us that health is not only about the human cells of the body, it is also about the ecosystem living alongside them. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.